Well, welcome to the new series, Fanfiction Saga, where I, your host, Darth Gizmo, goes and reads fanfiction, except I've already pre-read, so we're actually not going to be doing that. It's more of a review of what I dislike about fanfiction. You might be saying everything, and you would almost be correct. See, despite popular belief, there actually are some good fanfiction, but they are just drowned in the absolute cringe that is the fanfiction website. Today we're going to be talking about the bad use of OCs, harems, and out-of-character characters, and their nonsensical swearing when they don't even need to. So let's just hop right into it. One genre of fanfiction that I have actually come to figure out that, exist is this weird breed of where they watch a show or read a book that the main character is the, main character of that book. And recently, quite a few of them have been using an OCs, multiple of them in fact, that have nothing to do with the story and actually replace characters in the story, and they also just do the same things that they do in the story. This isn't the part of the reading and watching. I probably should have said that. That's just what some OCs do. They just completely take someone's role. They don't do anything special. They just literally take the role. But let's just go into the actual part where they made their own OCs that do stuff. I think there was this one thing about Ruby. It was a Ruby fanfiction. And basically, all they did was add a bunch of OCs. At the beginning of this 73-paged fanfiction with multiple paragraphs, it wasn't too bad, but then they brought in Sonic for some reason for reactions on a Ruby-centered fanfiction. The main OC who was bringing them stuff was very political, which you don't really want in your fanfiction movies or media. You don't want to bring in politics to your viewers. Also, had to grab a quick drink of water. But also, my trusty friends, they also had the OCs take over the Ruby reaction. There was no Ruby, there was no Yang, Weiss, or Blake, or any of the main cast to do reactions. You might be saying, who did the reactions then? For the most part, it was the main cast, but then out of nowhere, instead, we had the great and glorious 5 different OCs. And I am not joking. There were literally 5 OCs, and we saw their reactions instead of the main Ruby cast. I mean, the whole thing was kind of cringe either way, but it served a purpose before of the main cast supposed to be reacting to something, but instead it was just, the OCs, because, no one wants to react to something called OCs reacting. No. They want to see their favorite characters reacting to stuff that happens in the real world, even though that's cringe. Okay. Now that I got that part out of the way of the misuse of OCs, and I'm not even really done now that I'm thinking about it. I'm just done with the watching aspect. We'll dive right back into OCs in the next part. The next part is harems, another thing that I pretty much despise in fanfiction. So basically, Percy Jackson, Naruto, Harry Potter, My Hero Academia, pretty much anything that has a male protagonist, there is a harem for him to have everyone that is a female in the cast, and sometimes even turning male characters into females so that they can have a large, diverse harem, even though they have no character development and are stale as cardboard. And that is not a joke. There's just so much wrong with the harem part of the show. Not even show, the fanfiction. See, I am so aggravated. Okay, now let us jump in. There's just so much wrong with harems. They always do it wrong. I mean, I don't even like harems either way, but even I know there is a formula to having an actual good harem. Let's just jump right into the OCC. Okay, I hate OCCs. Out of character characters. They're horrible. Like, I read so many fanfiction where they had Peter Parker / Spider-Man swearing like a sailor. Everyone knows while Spider-Man does curse from time to time, he is never dropping F-bombs on the daily like some of these fanfictions be having you think. And this is not a joke. They were really having him drop F-bombs and having him screwing every girl that ever came on to the fanfiction. It was quite beautiful, actually. I'm actually starting to run out of time. I thought I would have more footage in the background, but I'm starting to realize that my footage is starting to run out pretty quickly. So I'll have to touch more on these subjects that I've already opened on in other videos. Very crazy, I know, but I will try to say as much as I can before it ends. I don't really know what else to do now because I was rushing myself because it was getting pretty close to the end, but I still have some time left. So I might as well go back to the harems real quick. Part of the reason some characters even got harems, believe it or not, was made up stuff on a fanfiction. Who would have guessed? One of the things was in Naruto, they had CRA, Clan Restoration Act, is what a lot of people put, which is a very big cringe thing to do, not very big PP or brain, by the creators of that fanfiction. Basically, all it is, oh, you're part of a clan. Well, here, have a bunch of women so you can spawn children. It was a pretty dumb creation.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. That was literally all it. You have a special power and you're part of a clan. Have a bunch of women to have kids with. So anyways, we'll be back later for more Fanfiction Saga.